guys, I'm back. This is Kimberly Purpoz and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a video, sort of like a story time video slash some tips and stuff about dating. I want to talk about my experience that I had recently at the grocery store. At the grocery store, yeah, I ran into this guy. I didn't know him, but you know, I think we were both sort of attracted to each other and everything. And I just was walking around in this grocery store, and we kept on giving each other eye contact, different aisles and everything. And then I thought he was very attractive. He sort of reminded me of Usher in a way. So he approached me finally, and I was really excited about, you know, him approaching me and everything, until he flipped out his phone, and then he asked for my number. I gave him my number, but as I was giving him my number, I noticed his hand, and on his hand, not a wedding ring, you know, because I always look at people's hands, especially guys, you know, when I'm interested in dating them or going out. I was trying to see if he was married, but when I looked at his hand, I didn't see no wedding ring, but I saw something else. And I'm going to tell you what I saw. He had long fingernails, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with long fingernails, but I guess the best way to describe it was that he had long manicured fingernails. His nails was prettier than mine, and he was asking for my number, but he had French, it was like the French manicure nails, and they were really long. They were like longer than my fingernails. Looked like he went to a salon and had them done, and they were like women fingernails, you know. And that turned me off. And that turned me off because it made me realize that this guy was possibly gay or bisexual, and maybe he was still indecisive of his orientation or anything. But me, I live right here in Atlanta, so I have to be wary of that, you know, because there's a lot of gays down here, which I don't have no problem with. You know, I think a person should be, you know, free to be who they are. I think my problem is when people know they're gay, or they go both ways, and they try to approach you anyway, approach you under false contents that they are straight, knowing good and well that they are gay or like to go both ways. I feel like that's something a person should be straightforward and honest about from the get-go. And especially, you know, you see that a lot with men that are down low or bisexual, not being straightforward and honest with the women that they meet or date. So I was very turned off. He called me, but I did not really carry no conversation. I had told him I had to get off the phone because I pretty much had an idea that maybe he was gay, you know, because most straight guys who are heterosexual would not have a Frenchly manicured nails, long fingernails. I'm not talking about short. They were about that long, all the way around, long fingernails, and they were done professionally, and they were polished. They were clear polished, of course, but they were long. And I knew right then and there he had to be either gay or bisexual. So that's my story time for you guys. I'm going to give you all some tips. Hi peeps, I wanted to give you all the tips on how to identify whether or not a guy might be gay or bisexual. These are just some of the tips. I'm pretty sure there are other things that you can look out for, and if you all know more, feel free to leave them in a comment below. But one of the things, like I said, was the fingernails, long fingernails. Most straight guys I know will not wear long fingernails. They're polished and manicured. More than likely they're either gay or bisexual, or you know, or cross dressers or something. Another thing is the eyebrows. You can notice the eyebrows. Look at the eyes if you see lashes, or if you see that the eyebrows are arched perfectly, or that they have used eye pencil on their eyebrows professionally or neatly done, then more than likely they probably go both ways or something, or gay. Another thing is you can look at the way they walk. Sometimes they walk with a twist or a strut, feminine tendencies. Sometimes you can see that. That's some of them. And the other thing you can look at is if you're in a relationship with them, or you might notice that they might sit on a toilet as opposed to peeing. Not when they pee, they rather sit on a toilet as opposed to standing up. That's another sign. Another thing is you gotta look at how they look at other men. Do they be checking out other men while you're not looking? No, just look. You gotta be very observant and know the subtle signs. Sometimes they're not gonna do it while you're looking. Just check and see if they looking at other men. How do they react with gay men? Do they be flirting? Do they flirt with them? I know there was one guy I was questionable about his orientation, and he started flirting. So that's how I knew that he might go both ways. Like I said, sometimes you can look at the clothing. Sometimes they like to wear pastels, flowery. Not necessary, but sometimes you can tell by the way they dress. Someone well dressed to the point where you can't really tell, but sometimes someone, I would say you really can't tell all the time. But it was one guy I knew. I was wondering if he was, because he was wearing a lot of pastels, lavenders, pinks, hot pink colors and stuff. That's how I knew he was either gay or bisexual. He didn't tell me. I went out with one guy. I was wondering about his because of the way he was dressed, and then when he told me that he liked transgenders and he likes cross dressers, that's how I knew that he went both ways. Sometimes some people are honest. They'll let you know, and they'll give you signs. They might not tell you right then and there, but they're telling you that they like cross dressers and they find transgenders or gays attractive. Then hey, they're telling you right then and there they're gay. And one guy told me that, and I think he was indecisive and trying to decide whether or not he's gay or not. But I pretty much could tell when he said that's what he is. He's gay or bisexual or leaning more towards the gay side, and just probably still in denial or trying to decide whether to let people know that that's what his preference is. And the other thing, like I said, listen to what they're saying. Listen carefully to what they're saying, because sometimes you can pick up subtle hints, and pay attention to how they dress and manicure and everything. There's some other things I want to mention but I don't want to offend anybody. It's like I had an ex, well, I don't know if he's ex, he had a gay friend, and his gay friend always did stuff for him a lot that most friends would not do for anyone. And I always wondered about their relationship, and he always had to go over to his house and everything, and every time he came back from him, he always had some sort of odor, little stuff like that. You could tell that he might be down low or going both ways. A body odor, like they might have been doing something. Another thing you might want to notice is that he prefer anal over no anal. You gotta look at that. If they've been in prison, you gotta look out for that. Sometimes guys experiment while they're in prison. with other guys, if they've been there especially for a very long time, you need to see if maybe they might go that way. And like I said, those are the things to look out for, you know. Look at the tendencies and, you know, who they associate with, who are their friends, who like they hang out with. Listen to what they're saying. Sometimes they'll tell you before you even get in a relationship. But I think the reason why I know I pick up on some things is because I've been here in Atlanta and I've seen it all. Well, I wouldn't say I've seen it all, but I've been around people who are gay and bisexual to pick up some things, and I've known some friends and some people in the counseling that I go. Those are my tips I wanted to share with you all. And the reason why I know about a lot of these things is because I work at the healthcare agency, and we work with people who are gay, transgender. We work with all populations, heterosexuals. We work with everybody, and so we have to learn about how to counsel people who are going through different relationship issues. So I just wanted to, you know, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm a psychotherapist as well, and I just wanted to share some of these tips from life experience and also from what I've seen in counseling, and hopefully they're helpful for young ladies to make better decisions when it comes to dating choices. It's okay when a person tells you what their preferences are, but when they're not telling you the truth, then it becomes a big issue. But I just wanted to share my story time. I hope my tips were helpful. I hope I didn't offend anybody, and if I did, I apologize. But if you have experienced this firsthand, please, I would love to hear from you. And if you're gay and straight, I would love to hear from you too, as well. You know, if there are some things that I missed, you know, please feel free to put them in a comment below. The other thing I wanted to mention is a lot of times you can't tell if a person is bisexual or not. You know, you really just can't tell. But sometimes you can look at certain behaviors, certain traits, and to get an idea, and just listening to people, talking to people before you just jump in the bed and having sex is key to making better decisions, better relationships, decisions when you're dating. But till next time, I would love to hear from you guys, and please don't forget to like and thumbs up this video. And till next time, peace. Bye bye.